How are you? Oh man. It's the end of my work week. it's if you're watching on I tell you what, if you're watching on any other form of social media right now and you say hello and I don't say hello back, I'm sorry. I'm pretty much stuck in a spot here with Haps. I want to reach out. I want to communicate and say hello to everybody and tell you how much I love you and how much I hope you're having a good day. Morning, Chris. Twitch represent? Anonymous Facebook user. Oh my gosh, I got an anonymous Facebook user. Hello. Hello. If you wouldn't mind putting your name before or after your comment, just so that I can see it, I would appreciate it very much. Twitch comments are working. All right. Thank goodness for small favors. Desert Eagle, what's up? Good morning. John Eats Carrots. The spinoff. The sequel we didn't know we needed. Good morning, sir. John is going to have one channel for every food item that he consumes. John eats carrots? Yeah, he does. It's right there in writing. Let's get to the real news of it. I want to know what John doesn't eat or drink. That'll be a channel of him just sitting there. But good to know that John eats his vegetables. Did you sleep good, Matt? I did, as a matter of fact. I got a little bit caught up in, so I'm going to give myself a very small pat on the back because I got a little caught up. Once I was done messing around, about 8:30 or so, I finished messing around. 8:45-ish, somewhere around there. I wanted to get back to the van before 9 o'clock so I could take my meds and then go to sleep. And being there, I don't like mushrooms. That's about it. All right. Now, all mushrooms, or have you not experienced some mushrooms? Maybe there is one out there that you may enjoy. You never know. I was on the computer. I was goofing off with OBS and messing around with. I downloaded Inkscape, which is an app that I use on my laptop for vectorizing and such, for some graphics work. It's open source, completely free to download, and it's kind of like an Adobe Illustrator kind of a jobby. They might not see my comments if you're streaming to multiple websites. John Eats Carrots is a gentleman on YouTube commenting to me right now saying that he doesn't like mushrooms. And he also says that they may not see my comments. So I'm replying to a whole bunch of different people on a whole bunch of different websites. Another good reason to just stick to YouTube and Twitch. Inkscape. INKSCAPE. Matt, I just wanted to say you have the coolest email address ever. I'm very jealous. Matt3231. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, sir. Yeah, it's INK, Scape. And it's free to download. It's a neat little app. It's not little, it's pretty significant for me because I like having vectorized, you can do, vectored artwork is nice, especially if you want to do overlays and stuff for Twitch pages, YouTube pages, whatnot, logos, that sort of thing. Like if you make T-shirts and merchandise that would have, you know, certain designs that you'd want to screen print or and that sort of thing. I'd started jumping on that, and I'm trying to find my aesthetic for 3231. Like if you've ever seen some of the broadcasts that I've done, some of the other artwork that I've done, certainly on the T-shirts and stuff like that, I'm very much a black and white type of guy. Like I like simple. I like a simple design. Black with white, white with black. 2 or 3 color. For I like black, white, and orange will always be my colors. Forever. And I like the tartan that I get, that kind of black and gray flannel kind of look. I dig that, the plaid. And comic font, like to look like lettering like in a comic book. So I'm working on that. I'm working on the aesthetic. It's going to be somewhere along the line between like early 90s rock star, little bit of alternative grunge look, brush strokes, and a little bit of comic book type vibe. Yeah, somewhere in there. Because the music, the art, the wrestling, the role playing games, all that stuff, I want to make it look like that. All the nerdy stuff that I like, and I'm a big fan of the nerd, the 21st century nerd. Well, no, excuse me, the 20th century nerd. To be honest, 20th century nerd aesthetic, which is black Chuck Taylors, camo cargo shorts, graphic tees, flannel shirts, black baseball cap. You ordered a Met shirt. Awesome. Excellent. I was wondering, what is Alliance of Violence? Okay, Alliance of Violence is, so I have names for every category of stuff that I like. Brands. If I want to do a podcast about music, it would most likely be, in this case, Scruff City Sessions, because we're in Knoxville, but it used to be Brick City because that's what it was called in Ocala. It was Brick City Sessions. So I changed it to Scruff City for Knoxville. If I'm into wrestling, it would be Alliance of Violence. It's the name of a stable that me and my friends formed, because we love wrestling and we wanted to have a whole bunch of people join our group, join our little club. So we call it the Alliance of Violence, where we support pixelated violence and the violence of professional wrestling, like simulated violence versus real violence. Like I actually had the idea, and I would love to do this at some point, where I can promote and have wrestlers join in, like real professional wrestlers join in on doing things, putting on shows, playing the video game and simulating some matches and stuff, commentating, having some fun, watching some pay-per-views, doing things with professional wrestling, and donating to charities for domestic abuse, and and certain things like that, where we support simulated violence and we try to advocate for places that help fight actual violence, raise money for charities that deal with abuse, violent abuse of individuals. Kids, and like I said, domestic abuse, the spousal abuse. Um, no one should get beat up for real. Um, but yeah, Alliance of Violence is also just a cool name for a stable of wrestlers, kind of like a Bullet Club or a New World Order or Four Horsemen or something like that. D-Generation X kind of a job. But that was going to be the name of the show that we do, where we talk about professional wrestling. I could make some shirts, and I could hand them out to some wrestlers and say, if you could wear this shirt on a show, put it on television, put it on your vlog, um, just represent AOV. That'd be fantastic. So that's what that is. And like for comic books and that sort of thing, I have Power and Justice. For RPGs, I have 10,000 Worlds. I want to eventually make a shirt for each of the shows that I want to make on the different topics. They're like segments for now, but I would love to make them full blown shows. That was the plan, at least. And now that things are getting underway and we're doing podcasts, and people are starting to get a little more used to live streaming and Zoom calls and that sort of thing. Like it seems more possible now than it did before, where I could actually connect with people and get them on board with joining the conversation. So video games. Did I have a name for video games? I think that was part of that would go under Alliance of Violence in some case, but it would also go under. It depends on the type of video game, I suppose. 10,000 Worlds could cover that as well. But yeah, that's branding. I'm a graphic artist, and I love making logos, and I love the idea of branding. Like if you dig something, to have something that looks really good on a shirt, um, whether it be a logo or a phrase or something like that. Like I dig that very much, uh, and so I want something that looks visually appealing. Like, because most of what I wear are graphic tees. Um, it, like one of my favorite shirts is the Coca-Cola label. Um, I dig that brand, and so why not, if I'm going to do it? Like Liquid Death is another company that I like, where their shirt is just it's cool. They have good branding, and so why don't and I was in a band. I've had an interest in art and an interest in graphic art specifically, but it never really like locked in, never really clicked until about 2007, getting on social media and stuff like that. When I started getting into a band called Sucker Punch. And well, before that, I was in a couple small bands. Like we attempted to do something, but just me as a singer. I was just starting to get into it, doing karaoke and whatnot, and meeting some people, but never find anybody really dedicated that would, you know, they all have their own ideas about what being in a band is and that sort of thing, but not the. I found really quick that I had like kind of I was more interested in the image kind of a thing, creating the look and the idea of what a band is, because that's always been my influence. Whenever I see a band, they know what they're about. Scorpions. You see the name, you see the logo, you see the album cover, you know what they're about. And you hear the music and it all connects. Kiss was another one. where they have the name, they have the look, they have all that stuff, the sound, everything is everything sort of fits together as a product. That part of it, I always dug. Like, interesting enough, to sort of go on off a tangent, which that's so totally unlike me to go on a tangent. If you hear one word and it immediately identifies who they are and what they are, like everything about this whole, like, super impressive. Hello bot. Want to become famous? Buy followers, primes, and viewers on. All right. Unnecessary. Dismiss that. Can I can't block them. They'll go away. It's all right. I think that might be Twitch that they're jumping on there. Spam accounts. Bots. When you hear the word Trek, everything, you know exactly who you're talking about. I just think that's super impressive. Like, you say Trek, and there's a whole universe with one word. You can't do that with Star Wars. You have to say Star Wars. You have to say the whole name. But if you just say Trek, and I really can't think of any other universe, any other property that's so huge, but you just say one word. And I think that's super impressive. So yeah, getting back to what I was saying. I always liked the idea. I was in a band called Kings of Awesome. And we had a logo. We had a color scheme. We had a font. We had everything about the band, and like I was super into that part of it. Coming up with what the album cover looks like, and what the what the liner would look like, and what the CD cover would look like, and this would look nice for a sticker. It would look nice on a hat. It would look nice on a shirt, on a patch. It would look cool on a poster. It would look cool, on a drum head, and that sort of thing. Banners, and all the tangible things that you could put a logo and a name on. And I did some of the promotion, the online banner ads, and thumbnails, and all that stuff. The iconography. I dove right into that with Kings of Awesome. And I don't think that I've seen another band locally in the area that we were in Central Florida, in the state of Florida, as far as I'm concerned, that had that sort of the strength of image that I put into the Kings of Awesome. Like, I want it to be like, they look professional for sure. They, I don't know who these guys are, but they look like they got their shit together. They look really, it was visually appealing, eye catching. The name, the music, everything was just, it's like it hits a certain thing. So I think that's one of the reasons why I like working for Domino's too, because whether you like pizza or not, and whether you're happy with your service or not, like, as a franchise, they got their color scheme down, they got their branding down for sure. This is unmistakable. I don't want anybody from Domino's the Domino's HQ to see me and be like, he's online, he's on the internet. I don't know if I like what he's saying. The views and opinions expressed by the participants in this broadcast are their own and not necessarily shared by the sponsors, organizations, or individuals mentioned on this broadcast. Let me just throw that on there. As with everything that I do. Anybody watching on any form of social media, thank you for tuning in. Please say hello on whatever platform you are watching. If I do not respond to your hello, I apologize. It's not my fault. It's HAPS. It's the app that I'm using. And if you could, while you're at it, do me a favor and go to youtube.com/3231 and subscribe. I'm going to do the thing, if you've ever watched a video, I'm going to do the thing that you may not like, but I have to start saying like and subscribe and hit the bell for notifications, get notified of when we're going to do a show. I'm going to try to do it every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Ben and I will sit down and have a nice conversation. Would love for you to be a part of it. As much as I love getting people watching on Facebook and Twitter and all these other places that we can jump on, it's looking as though I need to find a home for the broadcasts, and YouTube is first, Twitch is second. Those are the two that I'm going to be focusing on. So. And John, if you're still here, I got to tell you, if I could get in this next year or next 2 years, if I could get a couple more folks like you who have contributed to help me out, to show their support, throw a couple bucks in the tip jar, man. I am so happy for probably, I use this number now because Ben's used this number, about 150. So Ben has this number called the Dunbar number, which is based off of a gentleman. He could explain it a lot better than I can, but the Dunbar number is basically a good number of a community, a number of people, a unit of people that you can work with. So we're going to end up creating the word Dunbar, a Dunbar of individuals. It's a community. 150 people. The way that I take that number is, if I get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people to follow me, so subscribers, but 150 of those people actually stop by and say hello, actually interact with me, if I could make that happen, people who will stick around. Liz, my dear, hello, sweetheart. How are you? I know you're doing good because I saw you and your man on social media. So I know you're doing good. You got to spend time with your man. But yeah, if I get 2,000 or 3,000 people, I mean, if I ever got 200,000 people, that'd be amazing. But let's say just 2,000 people follow me as subscribers, but 150 people like watch regularly. If I get to know them, like I know Liz, if I am just woke up sleepy. How are you, Maddie? I'm doing very well, thank you. I'm about 25 minutes away from jumping into work. It's the end of my work week. But yeah, that, like, if someone could come by on a daily basis or semi-daily basis and say hello and see how I'm doing, and we actually like interact, and share some love. If I could get 150 people like that, that's the goal. Folks that I appreciate and that appreciate me, and we actually communicate. Anything more than that is just icing on the cake for me. Liz is like, cake. Liz, have you watched the Wednesday night broadcast yet? Are you busy on Wednesday nights? I forget if you were on, just because I have a bad memory. I couldn't recall if you did or not. I had so much cake this week. I was in there the first week. Excellent. A lot of changes. Not changes. What's what I'm looking for? Activity. Good things coming my way. Good things coming to the broadcast. Are you all subscribed on YouTube? Wednesday nights are hit or miss for me, but I'll be there when I can. I got you. Are you subscribed to the YouTube? I gotta trim my beard. I don't think so. Same name. Yep. 3231. I'm telling everybody, if you go to 323.1, that goes to my links page, my beacons page, where you can connect to everything. Everything's there: Instagram and Twitch and YouTube, all the tip jars, my Spotify, everywhere. Excuse me. I'm excited about the new things that we can make happen. And I like the fact that now, like, I just tried to tap hearts. It's ingrained in me forever. If it feels good, do it. Tap hearts. If we ever meet in person, I think you're going to be like, what are you, Liz? Liz, what are you doing? What are you doing, Liz? Showing my love, Matt. Liz, on Haps, like up there's a heart. I don't know if that works. Oh, for me, Matt, where are the hearts? Why aren't hearts floating above your head? Liz. Oh, my belly gurgle. I think we're gonna end the broadcast here because my stomach is saying, yeah, maybe you should get inside. Coffee. What can you do? It's singing a song. Yes, it's singing. You've had enough coffee. Science is happening in my stomach. Thank you for being here. Thank you for saying hello. I'm never going to stop appreciating and saying that. Everybody that comes by, I have two reasons for being on the internet, for live streaming. One, because it helps me get the things off my mind and out into the open. And two, it helps me to send all the things I got going on, and 2, it helps me receive. Just to have people come by and say hello, tell me they love me, show me some attention, show some love. Like, I appreciate that. 3, because Liz. Well, that's a very, it's a distant third, because Liz really doesn't show up that much. I wish she did. I want Liz in my life more. But that's the problem. When you want Liz in your life, you just end up having a lot of wanting Liz in your life. Like, once in a while, she'll come around. But for most of the time, you're left holding the bag, kind of thing. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But there's only so much Liz to go around. So just just to make things easier on my heart, to make things easier on me, like, it's a distant third. But thank you so much. I accept distant third. All right. Have a great day. Enjoy your Sunday. I'm going to be working until 5 p.m. and then I'm going to go. Usually, that's how my day works. I work until 5. From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I should say. My Sundays go as follows. I get into work. I work until 5. I get out of work. I go get something to eat at the Chinese restaurant. Usually it's like hibachi grilled broccoli and zucchini for the most part. And then I'll head back to Ben's, and now I'll go into the garage if they're not, like, if the place isn't a shambles, because they're going to be doing some cleaning and gutting the place for camping supplies and whatnot. And I'm going to work on some graphic design stuff for the overlays and what I have ideas that I'll be going through today, and I need to do the work. I need to actually get on a computer and start doing things instead of just thinking about them. But I'll try to jump on. I'll try to jump on later and say hello, because that is my happy place now. My happy place is sitting in front of the computer with the microphone in my face and the camera on me, and hanging out with people. So enjoy your day. I love you very much. And for those of you who have not yet, follow me if you haven't followed me. Share the broadcast with your friends. Always nice to make new friends. And you can look me up at 323.1 to connect with all of my social media at 3231. Put $1 in the tip jar if you can. If not, not a problem. Not necessary, but I appreciate it. You have a great day as well. Mwah! Love you. Bye.